Hello everyone, it has been some time. I did take a very long extended break from doing full-length videos. We're going to jump into a couple today on this particular day. Why not? First and foremost, I'm going to showcase a particular player. His career was cut short, naturally, because, well, he had a devastating knee injury before sports medicine was really in its infancy. It wasn't very advanced during the 80s, unlike it would be during the 90s and of course the millennium. If you blow out your ACL, your MCL, and if you tear any ligaments in your knee, now you can pretty much get it repaired like that, and you're good to go practically the next season you play. But back in the 80s, when this particular player, Curt Warner, Penn State running back, great. I mean, he was one of the best they ever had. And of course, he was fantastic for the Seattle Seahawks, a team that I watched because, well, they're in my neck of the woods. Of course, I'm from the Pacific Northwest originally, Snohomish County, Everett, and of course, Seattle Seahawks were in King County, which wasn't that practically a stone's throw away. I should know. I walked there one time when I was only 9 years old, only to find out the Woodland Park Zoo was not open that particular day. So I walked back home. But that was then. This is now. Okay. So we're going to showcase some Seahawks, Curt Warner cards, because I don't want any of his Rams cards. And by that time, it was like, he was not very effective. So, okay. All right, first and foremost, we will start with oddball cards, because he does have quite a few oddball cards, other than his actual rookie card, which we'll get to that in a minute. So, first and foremost, we will start with, coming from Texas, this is a 1984 7-Eleven Curt Warner card. Of course, my knife is way over there. So, 7-Eleven was known to do distribution deals on cups and all kinds of little oddball items during their heyday. When 7-Eleven was really 7-Eleven. Now, 7-Eleven's no fun. I don't think so. They took the fun out of that a long time ago. So, all right, let's get this out of here. It's in there somewhere. Good Lord, he's got to tape it in there? Oh, no. Yeah, he did. Tape it to the... Okay. This, like I said, it's a 1984 7-Eleven Slurpee cup. It's the back of it. Of course, this is a rookie card. And the lenticular design, it wasn't really new in 1984. It'd been around since the late 60s. Lenticular card designs. Topps produced a particular cards in 1969 that had a lenticular design, which would be later used for the Kellogg's cards throughout the 70s. So, that was the first one I got. Now this is a box topper, or box bottom. They would have wax boxes, football, baseball, and hockey, I think. I didn't buy hockey wax. I sure didn't buy boxes of anything. I should have. So, this is a 1987 Topps bottom box card of Curt Warner. And I got it for 99 cents coming from Virginia. And there it is. I mean, when you got the box, you would particularly cut it as best as you could. Because, I mean, we had X-Acto blades during this time, but I don't think a lot of people thought about using an X-Acto blade to cut cardboard. 9 out of 10 times, you could have just used a pair of scissors. But if you were really crafty, you'd use a cutting board. You would line it up perfectly with a cutting board. But how many people had a cutting board at home? I don't think many. There's the back. It has exactly the same statistics and background of the 87 Topps base card. The only difference was its design in the front and a different choice of photo. Okay, moving along. This is another 7-Eleven. Got this for $1.95. The first one I got for $1.50. So, cost me just a little bit more. Oh, and it's coming from Ohio. Thank you, Ohio. Yeah. Love painter's tape. And look, this one's in painter's tape too. See? There's another one. Awesome. There's the back of it again. There you go. Cool. All right, now this, I do have both of the, well, do I have both? I'm trying to think, because in Kenner King made a particular starting lineup figures in 1988. They would have home and away colors. One would always be predominantly harder to acquire than the other. I have both his home and away. I will showcase those in a toy pickups video that I will do later on. So stay tuned for that. That's cool. I love toys. Hashtag Kenner Toys Man for life. Okay, but this is just the card. Got this for $1.50 from Illinois from Fox. Thank you very much, Fox. And it's, of course, in one of these, ow, that was interesting. Little tearaway strip things. They usually work, but I was overzealous. Oh, wow, no, it really does not want to come off too cleanly. Oh, this kind of sucks. Let's see if I can lift it up. Get myself a corner here, and wow, this is a first. There you go. The little tearaway strip did not want to work. All right, and here it is. Well, I'm gonna take it out of there because for some odd reason, he put it upside down inside of the hard case. Okay, I will be careful. There it is, his starting lineups card. Here's the back of it. I think he has a couple of these, but I only have one loose one, like this, the trading card. The other ones, of course, I have inside of the thing. Okay, now this will be funny. Okay, here's two 1984 Topps Curt Warner rookie cards. Had I had the insight of knowing that maybe I should have waited on this, which we'll show here in a minute. I mean, at the time, I got these, one for $2.50 and the other for $3. All right, the one that's $2.50 I got from Clarksville, Virginia, from Cavalier Cards. Very well-known sports card shop in that neck of the woods, I believe. Got it for $2.50. I mean, I was trying to find the most nicely centered examples of this card. I don't mind the little writing on there. It's not on the card. 84 Topps, Curt Warner rookie card. There's the back of it, which I look at the fronts and the backs of all vintage trading cards because I try to find the best centered examples. You know, this one cost a little bit more, $3. And he put painter's tape on it. Painter's tape is always your best friend. Unless it's being a pill and doesn't want to come on. All right. And there it is. Look at that. Very nicely centered. I like it. There you go. And there's the back of it again. Okay. Now comes the, oh my goodness, had I only known moment. This here is, this cost me $6. One of the players, there are 54 of them, and the other is 56. You do the math. This is coming from South Carolina, Elgin, from Brandon. I think Brandon, what he probably did, he obviously came to acquire a large amount of 1984 Topps football vending boxes. The vending boxes were like this big. You had 500 uncirculated cards inside of each vending box. And so you had no idea what you were going to get until you opened it up. You might get X amount of this guy or that player or whatnot. Now these two particular players are two of my favorite players growing up in the 80s. One of them, sadly, he's no longer with us. He passed away quite a few years ago, and his name was Reggie Roby. He was one of the most unique punters in NFL history. I loved his kicking style. I mean, his leg went straight up to his freaking nose. I mean, he he would just, boom, blast that ball into the stratosphere. A lot like Ray Guy, but Ray Guy was, wow, he was astronomically crazy kicker. I mean, but Strictly was a punter too. Ray Guy, I still think is one of them. I think he's the only punter in the NFL Hall of Fame. Honestly, I'd have to look into that, but I think he's the only one. Roby should be in there. Roby was fantastic. He played predominantly with the Miami Dolphins, but he also played with the Washington Redskins. Those are the two teams I remember him playing. So let's get into this craziness. I usually don't buy vending, or I usually don't buy lots of any, one particular card. Not to this, size, but I'm okay with that. Okay, because we still got, he taped this up pretty good, so. All right, there you go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy cow. Nice and tight. Ah, cardboard. Wow. Okay. Put these little things in there. Okay. They're not all going to be winners, Bobby. That's for sure. I'm not going to showcase all of them, but you'll get the idea here. All right. Wow. Let's see, where's... All right. Whew. Wow. This is so cool. Okay. That is all Curt Warner rookie cards. Holy cow! That'll be fun going through that. Picking out the best centered ones. Like here's the one on the bottom. Woo! That is way OC. So, all right. And then these are all Reggie Roby rookie cards. Look at that. Wow. Love it. Yeah. You know how many boxes of wax you'd have to open to get that many? Look at that. I mean, this is massive. Massive. Love it. All right. Well, that's Curt Warner with Reggie Roby making a guest appearance. Bye for now.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thanks.